ready to go. DOSA of Hungary, CHOUPENITCH from Czechia.
Okay.
Spotlight is just on these two in this absolutely ram-packed Asia World Expo. Huge stadium, and they have managed to fill it to the rafters.
Thank you.
CHOUPENITCH on the right-hand side. He's got a bit more experience than DOSA. It's time for the first men's foil semi-final. We're underway then. Win here and you've got yourself guaranteed World Championship silver medal. Of course, these two are after much, much more than that. Daniel DOSA of Hungary on the left, Alexander CHOUPENITCH on the right, and joining me in the commentary box, Jeff Bekantz.
And Daniel DOSA has come out here with a game plan to attack right out of the gate. All 3 times the referee has said allez or go, he has gone. And it's a counter riposte, says the referee Ferjani, and CHOUPENITCH, I believe, is challenging, saying that his initial riposte, let's watch it now.
2 beats of the blade, he's saying, isn't there? If you're new to the sport, the silvery jacket they're wearing denotes the valid target area. Foil is a point weapon. You've got to hit your opponent with the point, and the referee's there to decide who has the right of way. And on this occasion, he gave the hit to the left to DOSA, but it was challenged.
Well, on the replay, it looked like CHOUPENITCH beat the blade first, and DOSA parried and made the riposte. To the blind eye, I thought it was the other way around. And they're taking a good long look at it. The longer they look at the review, the greater the chance that they change it. Many times the refs come back right away and the call stands, but they're taking a good long look at it.
CHOUPENITCH's face, he knows that he's got the opportunity here to take a world title, and the hit does go to DOSA. 2-1 left.
So there CHOUPENITCH takes advantage of his longer reach. He was able to retreat, causing DOSA to fall short, and he scored on the counterattack.
Just trying to find a way around there, a feint to the body, disengaging around the block, the parry that came from DOSA, and CHOUPENITCH hits on the shoulder. Off-target lights in for really important. If you have the right of way, you hit off-target, you don't get a point, but it stops your opponent from getting a point. 2-2 with just a minute gone in the fight, and DOSA has been fencing so well today.
All day, and he's very aggressive, and so far it's been very successful. He's only been back on his side of the piece once so far in the first minute.
Shoop going in on the attack, fails. He stayed in close distance, and he was outdone there by DOSA's speed of hand.
For the second time in close, so CHOUPENITCH needs to have a longer distance than that. For the 3rd time in close, DOSA has picked up the blade, so he's seeing CHOUPENITCH's actions in slow motion. Let's watch him pick up the blade here. There's the parry and the flick riposte to the shoulder. That's the target for him.
Great hit that as well. That takes a lot of training to get that flick to work, especially against a taller man, but then Shoop just comes straight out the blocks and goes on the attack. I get what you're saying about holding a longer distance, but I think he's actually going to have a bit more intensity in his fighting.
I think so as well, but can't give the blade to DOSA. So this time, DOSA pushed CHOUPENITCH to the end of his piece. He ran out of options, couldn't retreat anymore, and he got picked off pretty easily right now on this upcoming attack. Feint, attack. So this time, look for CHOUPENITCH to go forward.
A lot of patience there in DOSA's attack. And this time, a bit of second intention. For those of you new to the sport, that means you're tricking your opponent into doing something, and then you're reacting off that. So Choupe stepped in, drew the attack out, and landed a parry riposte.
En garde. Prêt. Allez.
Oh, nearly a sneaky one round the back, but it managed only to hit off target there. And it looks like DOSA's worn that one across his back arm.
Let's see where it hits.
Oh no, that's a slightly more delicate area that it got hit in. And
that's very off
I
target.
think it's just got him in the groin there, wrong.
Yeah.
In the middle. He's back up and running.
Prêt. Allez. Attaque de gauche.
You hear the referee say attack to gauche, attack from the left. DOSA is quicker on his feet right now.
Prêt. Allez.
Again, without getting too technical on this one, we're trying to bring in new audiences here, but he's going with what we call eyes open on that first step, DOSA. He steps in, looks to see what CHOUPENITCH is doing, and then he goes.
He looks for the opening with a feint, or he looks to pick up the blade if it's attacked from the right.
I just sense a little bit of nerves in Alexander CHOUPENITCH this evening. I think he's looked at the draw and thought, ooh, I thought I was going to be facing a couple of other people here. And then the expectation rises because the opportunity is there for him perhaps to win a world championship.
That's true, but I watched his face when he got on the piste, and he had a game face like a caged lion ready to go. But unfortunately for him, DOSA came off the line so quick on the first couple of actions. But he's back in it.
Well, now it's CHOUPENITCH's turn to just put a little delay into this one. He's just got flicked, I think, on the right ankle. That's smart a little bit.
Prêt. Allez. Yes, attack.
So CHOUPENITCH there being very clever to just check the referee was giving this as his attack, because he did stop, he waited for DOSA to stop, and then he went. So all square. Still a minute of the first period to go, and they've already had 14 hits. Target score 15. Fight's broken down into 3 periods of 3 minutes. That's still the attack from the right, isn't it?
That still is. Once the foil is moving towards the opponent's valid target, watch once it starts on the right. Even though DOSA clearly hit first, the right away goes to the fencer whose blade is threatening the opponent's valid target continuously.
Just like that, CHOUPENITCH has got himself into the lead here.
That time he drew in DOSA and was able to make the parry riposte, which is what happened to him in the first half of this period. Parry and riposte. You can see it. Do it again, says the coach. So a big momentum change here in the second half of the first period. The first half seemed like it was all DOSA, and now CHOUPENITCH has taken the lead. Still the attack from the left. Counter attack, using again for the second time in this first period his longer distance, where he's able just to retreat causing Dosha to fall short and hitting at the same time on a counterattack.
Yeah, the timing of that counter is important as well because he's able to see the finishing line before he lands the counter and block Dosa out to stop him from scoring a point. Or stop him from getting anything on the target at all. And you can just see that little turn now in confidence from CHOUPENITCH. He came in nervy. Now we've seen him celebrate with his arms lofted with a hit before, and now straight in on an attack.
How about the turn of confidence for Dosha the last half of this period?
To be fair, Dosa still seems to be moving. He still seems to be up for the fight. He needs to change his approach. Perhaps he's just waiting to get through these final 17 seconds of the first period and not take on any more damage.
So I was about to say the difference in this first period is that CHOUPENITCH stopped giving the blade to Dosha, who had hit him 3 times on these riposte. And just as I was about to say it, he did it for the 4th time.
The counter. And Dosa perhaps is going in a little too quick for himself. And did he test the mask then and the coloured light came up?
Wow, it was blocked out. CHOUPENITCH blocked the blade there. So that wasn't like the previous one where you were treated at a distance. This one he landed in the closed line.
But they did have a test of Dosa's mask, and because of the perspiration that he's encountering, he has replaced his mask. He's got a new mask, or not necessarily a new mask, but a different mask than the one he had before, because the coloured light was coming up in where it should be off target because of the sweat.
And if that is to happen, the touch stands because the fence was responsible for their own equipment, even though it hit if it hits the mask.
Perhaps a fortunate time for that break as well for Dosa, just to slow things up. She wants to get another one, and he does before time runs out in this first period.
The first time he's been able to run Dosha down to the end of the piece, and he made him pay.
Well, we get to the end of the first period of 3. The fencers will get to have a break here, but CHOUPENITCH has turned this one round. A nervy start from the man from Czechia, but he now leads 13-8. So it was definitely a game of 2 halves in that first period. Dosa held it through the first minute and 30 seconds, and CHOUPENITCH has come alive. What's he changed?
I think the distance is what he's changed. He's mostly from a slightly longer distance, and he's been effective with that. And he's been able to counterattack once without the blade, once on the blade, and he hasn't been giving Dosha the blade as much as he did early in the bout. But I think you're right, by the way. I think he did come in maybe a slight certain tenseness, and now he's feeling it.
Well, as you can see, the athletes get an opportunity to take on some fluid and to talk to their coaches. It'd be fascinating to know what they're saying, but they've all learned that now that the sport is broadcast more often, more people get to talk about it, to not give away too much with their hand signals. So they're sort of just trying to keep their hands straight and not talk about it. I think the main thing for CHOUPENITCH was his coach just saying to him, just stay calm now. Just stay calm. You've got this. You've done it. He hasn't. He needs to score 2 more points. Second period of the first men's semi-final at the World Championships here in Hong Kong, China. Alexander CHOUPENITCH of Czechia leads by 14 points to 8. He is 1 away from making the World Championship final. There it is. Alexander CHOUPENITCH of Czechia raises his hands aloft. He knows this is a huge opportunity for Czechia to get their first ever men's foil World Championship title. He's made it into the final 2. It's been a great day for Daniel Dosha of Hungary. He has got himself a bronze medal, but in the end, CHOUPENITCH was just too good.
Certainly a change of momentum in the middle of the first period. I think it was a change of distance for CHOUPENITCH, and once he was able to figure that out, Dosha was getting hit on everything in the middle, and he wasn't able to score on those ripostes anymore, and CHOUPENITCH was able to pull through.